Please, please, please come down now. Don't be scared, I only want to help you down.
Welcome everyone to the second game of Hometown Throwdown 2023. This is the vie for 5th place of the weekend. Thank you for coming out. My name is Murray Grande. How y'all doing tonight, this morning? I'll pretend we didn't botch that. Anyway, we got some great teams here. First up, I'd like to introduce in the neon green and the pink, Montreal Roller Derby's new skids on the block. They are 008 Lowrider, 03 Grayson, 1017 Bigley Smalls, 123 Miracle Whips, 13 Alcatraz, 1773 Magnum PEI, 1969 Denata, 2022 She-Ra Shakes, 289 Cheese Grater, 59 Chloe David, 808 Lawrence, 85 Artsy Choke, 913 Blue Butt, 999 KT Kaboom, and 9999 Mange Moiku.
And in the white, the home team, Rose City Rollers, Axels of Annihilation. Number 128 is Carl. Number 22, Habanero Romero. Number 241, Lily Pett. Number 343, Trinity. Number 37, Swagatha. Number 39, Gaffney. Number 426, Ripley. Number 48, Brute. Number 651, Gray's Lobotomy. And number 925, Dez. And number 316, Evangelical. 617, Stomps. 700, Spring Roll. 79, Lil Regulator, and 88, Darth Molly.
All right, welcome. Welcome back to the second game here of the Hometown Throwdown on Sunday. My name's Toe Furious. I'm being joined on the mic today.
And my name is Little Bo Bleep.
And we're going to have a great time here at Montreal versus Axels of Annihilation.
We've got, this is the matchup for 5th and 6th place, and both teams have had some great games this weekend, so I'm looking forward to this one.
They have. This should be another good matchup, just like that first game was exciting. The
Yeah.
last second win by Black Diaspora. Really,
Yeah.
really awesome game, and I hope this one is just as good.
Yeah, I lost track of how many lead changers there were in that last one. It was so close.
It was. It made me tired. We were having a good time.
All right, starting things off with number 59, Chloe David from Montreal.
That looks like number 79, Little Regulator for the Axels of Annihilation. Both of these jammers have been having a great weekend.
They have, putting up a lot of points.
Chloe David especially, very
yeah.
impressive in the last game Montreal played.
Yeah, I think Chloe David may have been the leading point scorer in that last game. And quick first penalty of the game. We've got Montreal's 999 headed to the box, and a quick lead for Chloe David.
Nice spin move on the inside. Little toe, dragging the toe line there and making it through. Meanwhile, Little Regulator up to the front and now through. And putting the star back on. There's a call off from Chloe David.
Montreal drawn first blood here with the 4 points. And Rose going to start with a 4-3 pack advantage here. We've got Evangelical and Miracle Whips with the stars. Both of these jammers also been having a great weekend.
Yeah, Miracle Whips always has a great weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. Very fun jammer to watch.
Definitely.
And Evangelical now working against the front of the pack. Knocked down but not out there by Grayson. And now around the inside.
Nice move around that inside there.
That was a quick move from the outside to the end.
Miracle Whips doing a little juking, almost, but had to recycle back in there.
Yeah, Gray's Lobotomy playing some really good one-on-one defense and knocks out.
Oh, wow, clutch block there.
Miracle Whips. Oh, but it looks like we have a penalty called on Gray's Lobotomy, so Miracle Whips allowed to go.
I believe that might have been out of play.
Could have been. Oh, Miracle Whips
Oh.
looked like they were going to go for the apex jump there, but Habanero Romero was standing
Oh, they
in the
were
way.
able to steal 2 of those points there.
Yeah.
Nice move swooping around the outside.
Yeah, that was awesome. I thought they were going to go for the apex jump there.
Yeah. They successfully faked us out too.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got 1969 Day Nada, also been having a great weekend jamming.
And Spring
Spring
Roll,
Roll,
yeah.
two
Really.
jammers having a really solid weekend.
Spring Roll.
Spring Roll really coming out strong, but oh, it's Day Nada up that inside line for lead jammer.
Spring Roll was jamming for Wheels of Justice last night too.
And so was Evan Helical.
Yeah, I don't know how many games these skaters are playing this weekend. We were talking about that earlier.
Boundless energy.
Yeah. Pack's on the run here as Spring Roll trying to make it back, but the Montreal is running.
Oh,
the
wow. Very nice block by Gaffney there.
pack. Yeah. That slowed the whole show down there. All right, getting a good start here.
Both these teams seem to have a pretty similar blocking style, and the jammers are pretty evenly matched. So,
Yeah, that's why we were saying earlier this should be a good bout. So far, you know, we're even here, although it looks like Rose City now with 2 jammers in the box will have a big pack.
yeah, they got a
Advantage for Montreal
4-on-2 disadvantage, and
Yeah, they're
Chloe David definitely going to take advantage of that right away. Quick lead.
Yeah, they're taking quick advantage of the deficit here. Darth Molly,
Ooh, very
jammer.
nice move.
Darth Molly, the jammer for Axels of Annihilation with the star in their hand now.
Darth Molly having a little trouble with this defense here from Montreal. They're putting up a really strong braced wall.
And Dez and Ripley are trying their best here, but only 2 blockers on the track is sometimes difficult. Although here comes some more Rose City
Here-
blockers out of
Here
the
comes
penalty
the
box.
cavalry.
Yeah, just emptied out, so back to full strength. Laughing Planet penalty box is clear. Ripley.
Well, it
with
looks
the
like
long drop back
they're
from Mange.
trying to trap Rose City's pivot, but not able to for very long. Darth Molly just really trying to force through that front wall.
Oh, that blocking trio there.
Oh, and a
Magnum-
star pass. That's
Magnum
going to
PEI,
be
and, yeah, that's Ripley. Will be our jammer now, and there's the call off. That was some great defense over here. Magnum PEI
Yeah.
and company on Darth Molly. Just nowhere to go.
and good awareness from Ripley there to get into a good spot to run out.
That brought that jam to an end.
Miracle Whips back on the line for Montreal.
I believe that might be Trinity for Axels of Annihilation. I can't see the number just yet.
It's definitely someone with a number ending in 3.
Yeah,
Yep, Trinity it is.
And Trinity working the outside line there and makes
Oh,
it through the lead
nice.
jammer. Trinity just running over Alcatraz to make that path.
Miracle Whips drawn back.
And Trinity back in the pack once again, quickly back around. And
Oh,
looks like
Trinity
Grayson-
shrugging off some big hits there. Montreal doing a nice job with the bridge.
I think that's Grayson with the one-on-one blocking there, and KT Kaboom on the standby. Now the more bridging.
Miracle Whip's able to find a hole, but Rose City doing some quick defensive reforming.
And Trinity finds their way through after stretching the pack way out.
A little pile up on the apex there.
And Miracle Whips is still nowhere to go.
Yeah, struggling a bit with that defense, but it looks like, oh, a forearm call. So that is a power jam for Trinity and Rose City.
Oh, but Trinity
Nice
knocked
force
out.
out there.
And there's your call off.
Smart strategic choice there.
That was
See
cheese.
Trinity's getting a little tired,
It
and
was Cheese Grater with that nice block out there on the end from Montreal,
yeah,
expediting the end of that one.
another power start here for Rose, and that looks like
It's a little regulator.
yes. Full 4-on-4 pack here.
Yeah, just Miracle Whip riding in the penalty box right now for
Looks like
Montreal.
they're going to try to outrun it.
It's like Miracle Whips, or I'm sorry, Little Regulator working the front of the pack now. Montreal doing a great job of recycling. Mange now.
Little regulator, fantastic
Grayson,
footwork
yeah.
and lateral movement on the track to break up that wall.
Just amazing. Very young skater. Little regulator.
Now
just aged up.
Now that Junior Derby has become so common, we've got some really talented younger skaters coming into the adult skating pool.
Oh, that's true too. And
Another 4 points for Little Regulator.
Miracle Whip's back out of the penalty box.
Oh, coming into that pack hot.
Whoa, a Little Regulator with some kind of spinny thing over there, but did get knocked out by Grayson.
Knocked out, but avoided falling down.
Yeah. That's the thing about those kids.
I know, they're made of rubber.
Even when they do fall down,
another
they can bounce
jammer
right up.
penalty on Miracle Whips. So we've got a second power jam for a Little Regulator here.
Wow. 2 times in this jam.
And once again, going to freeze Miracle Whips in the box there. Poor Miracle Whips got a jam, 3 jams in a row here.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Mange headed to the penalty box for Montreal as well. So we'll have a blocker deficit as well as no jammer for Montreal in this next one. We'd like to shout out Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relational therapy for Portland's Black Sheep and Unicorns.
Evangelical with the power start, who, as we mentioned, played with Wheels of Justice yesterday and also had a great game.
Well, you just got to wonder who's going to play for Wheels of Justice later today.
Yeah. Oh, very nice little spin around that outside there, Evangelical lead jammer.
Oh, and Helical finding the line on the
Beautiful,
inside.
beautiful.
Great job of offense there. Gaffney and Lily Pate paving the way.
Yeah, great job by Lily Pate keeping one of those Montreal blockers away from the rest of their teammates. Miracle Whips back on the track, fighting up against that diamond formation there from Rose.
Grayson with the long drawback on Evangelical.
Oh,
Whips.
wow.
Miracle Whips blocked out there by Lily Pate, but not recycled.
Yeah, Miracle Whip's able to get back on the track fast enough to avoid the run back from the other blockers.
That's some great defense there. Rose
yeah,
City.
very locked down.
Brewed in that mix. Swagatha over there.
Evangelical also having some trouble with the lockdown defense there from Montreal in the back of the pack.
I've seen great defense from all the squads this weekend.
Oh yeah,
That's
we've had
something
some very low-scoring games.
Yeah, we have really great jammers here, but they are all being held pretty low because of these great defenses. That's how you got to win these days.
Yeah, today's derby is all about whoever has the best defense is going to take it.
And all these teams have displayed awesome defense this weekend.
Daynata with the star again for Montreal, facing off against Spring Roll. And the Laughing Planet penalty box, empty once again. Spring Roll, just slamming up that inside line, but it is a track cut. Didn't quite make it on that one.
Like Spring Roll was trying to follow Daynata up that inside line.
I believe this is the first jammer penalty for Rose. Oh, wow, massive hit. Whew.
Yeah, that was a nice hit to spring Daynata through.
Yeah. Daynata with the lead. Coming in fast, trying to split that pack up. Really quick to get back on the track and avoid the run back.
I believe that hit from Montreal was Bigly Smalls. I'm not sure, but I think they're still out there on the track. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And with that, Daynata through again on the back straight.
Daynata's had a lot of success this weekend with coming up on the pack quick and doing a lot of diving around, and it seems to be working out well.
Yep.
Power jam is over. Spring Roll now through on the initial. A nice jam for Daynata and Montreal on that.
Very nice.
Got all 4 points on the second pass. And 2-point game, really evenly matched here. And that is Chloe David with the star again. And it looks like...
I think that's Darth Molly.
Is that Darth Molly? Yeah,
so,
Darth Molly. It is indeed. Chloe David thinking about trying to follow Darth Molly through, but a little change of the mind there. Darth Molly up at the front with 2 to beat.
Working hard against Grayson and company, but now Darth Molly is through for your lead jammer.
Really good work pushing that defense out with some strong hits. Darth Molly, oh, big slam right into the side of that Montreal blocker there. Trying to hang on that inside line. Nice spin around,
Very
little
nice.
double spin move for 4 points.
And a star pass. Looks like it will be Alcatraz now, the jammer for Montreal, but Darth Molly quickly through on the outside line here in front of the crowd and calls it off.
Making quick work of that pack there. Alcatraz has taken star passes a few times this weekend and is quite solid as a jammer when they take that pass.
And it looks like we have a lead change again.
There we
Axel of
go.
Annihilation taking the lead by 2 now, 32-30. Just 9 jams in so far.
And we've got Lawrence with the star for the first time for Montreal up against Trinity for Rose. Oh, big
and a
hit
big
to the
hit there.
inside there.
Dez from Axels of Annihilation with a big draw knockout.
Lawrence trying some lateral movement. Rose City compensating well for that with the spin of that tripod. Trinity also up against that very solid Montreal tripod.
Grayson
Little
trying to run
offense
some
out,
offense.
beautiful offense opening up that hole for Trinity.
Grayson trying to run some offense over here as well. For Montreal, no luck though.
That was Gray's lobotomy with the offense there for Rose, really nice. Rose losing a blocker to the
There's a
box
star
there.
pass.
And we now have Monge, I believe.
Yeah, that's Monge
Yes.
as your jammer.
Monge always has quite a lot of speed coming around the track to force those call-offs quicker.
Yeah. But Darth Molly does get it called off.
3 points on that pass for Molly. Miracle Whips with the star again.
Well, that was a whole lot of roller derby on that jam for only 3 points.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that this weekend. A really tough fight for a couple points.
Yeah.
Like we said, there's been really fantastic defense.
Yeah, the
You gotta
defenses are amazing.
work for every point. And a little regulator for Rose, facing off against Miracle Whips. Quite a swirling mess of bodies there.
Both teams just able to recycle and
Oh, and there
lead.
goes Little Regulator picking up speed around that outside line for lead.
That's the thing. Little Regulator just has a very, very amazing burst of speed.
Yes,
From,
that
like, stop to
acceleration
full
from
pass is-
stopped is
yeah,
incredible.
it's just amazing how quickly that happens.
Rose City here has a lot of very fast skaters.
Yeah. Yeah. there's
Miracle
that.
Whips, oh, very nice. That was beautiful. Great feint as though she was going to hit the center and then just swooped right around.
A great block by Gaffney to run Miracle Whips out on that last run there, top of turn 4. But Miracle Whips does find their way through on the inside now, scoring some points for Montreal.
Little Regulator
Oh, Gaffney
trying to
headed
get
the
some
penalty box.
offense help there.
Gaffney headed to the penalty box.
And it looks like Rose is going to run this one.
Yeah, Miracle Whips taking advantage of that, going around.
I think this one may actually end up in favor of Montreal here.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be 8 points on the run for Montreal. Looks like a tie.
8 apiece on
Tie
that
at 8
one.
apiece. Rose City still in the lead, 43-38. Dane Nada and Evan Helical facing off here.
And just one Rose City skater in the penalty box. I believe that's Gaffney over there in the Laughing Planet penalty box. No laughing matter.
Lots of defense getting mixed up in there with each other. Hard for the jammers to find a way through, but Evan Helical says not a problem. Lead jammer Rose City. Oh, and it's a power jam for Evan Helical. Dinata going to the box on a high block. And we've got a jammer switch up here. Evan Helical headed to the box as well.
So that jammer do-si-do there, Evan Helical will probably not spend very much time in the penalty box either.
Correct, the same amount of time
Right there,
that
yeah.
Daynata spent
Well,
there,
looks
which looks like it was about 8 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like Helical's already on the way back to the pack.
Daynata getting through the pack quick out of the box, and that's the initial pass for Montreal.
A big run back here from Bigley Smalls on Evangelical, now engaging the pack.
Pack becoming a single-celled organism for a minute there.
Daynata finding the way through.
Evangelical, 4 points on that.
So no lead jammer on this one. We'll go all the way. Oh, Evangelical
Wow.
finding the spin there and running
And I
right
think
into
that-
Montreal.
I thought so. That was a track cut.
Another penalty on Evangelical, so still a power jam for Daynata.
There's been quite a few jammer penalties in this game so far,
Yeah.
but somewhat evenly matched between the teams, which I guess is why the score's still so close. Oh, huge hit there. I believe that was Lily Pate on Daynata. Oh,
And just a few seconds to go here in this jam.
Daynata getting rocked to the
Yeah.
inside there,
Oh.
trying to grab as many points as possible before this jam ends. And it looks like grabbed 3 of those 4 points. This is an extremely physically demanding tournament for
Yeah.
these skaters. Lots of skating, and with the way the defense has been on all the teams, it is
No.
really tough.
Yeah. And then we have skaters skating in multiple teams. And,
Yes.
yeah. And,
Yeah, Evangelical and Spring Roll, and then I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, Queen Luzia Tifa played for
Oh, yeah, those
LA and for Black Diaspora.
there was a whole bunch of players for Black Diaspora that were playing on other teams.
Yeah, tough to do that much. Spring Roll trying to force that defense forward at the front of the pack.
Looks like
Chloe
Groot,
David
number
doing some
48 headed
spinning.
to the penalty box for Axels.
Chloe David trying to find a hole. Ooh, big shoulder hits, but Rose City Tripod holding strong.
That tripod there, Swagatha. Looks like Gaffney and Lily Pate. Lily Pate with
Spring
the
Roll,
knockout.
oh, and able to stay on the inside, just barely around that outside line. Lead
Star
jammer Rose
pass.
City.
Got a star pass now. LK Traz will be our jammer for Montreal. There's the call off.
Wait until the last second to take off some of the time for their pivots penalty.
Yeah, as much time as possible. Looks like Brute is standing in the penalty box to start off this next jam.
Darth Molly with the star again for Rose, and it looks like a new jammer for this game for Montreal.
I think that's Shira Shakes.
It is.
Yeah, that is the first time jammer here for
I believe
Montreal.
I've seen Shira Shakes pivoting in the previous games, but I'm not sure about jamming.
And Shira Shakes. Oh, high block call.
Ah.
So headed to the penalty box. We still have no lead jammer. Darth Molly.
Still
Can't
up
take
for
that.
grabs. Darth Molly doing a great job getting back in quick to avoid the run back. Rose City trying to help out, but it is difficult to break into that Montreal defense. Big ol' run back
There's a big
there.
run back, yeah. Big
Montreal
Blue
doing a
Smiles
nice
once
job of eating up some of that penalty time.
And
Montreal
now Darth
loses
Molly
the
with
blocker.
one-on-one from Monge. Probably not the skater you want to go one-on-one up against all the time. And Monge
But
starts-
well done, managed to spin out of it. Darth Molly with lead. Power jam is over. Shira Shakes coming back
and a
into that
big hit, Bigley
defense
Smalls.
just as the jam ends.
Bigley Smalls with a huge hit on Darth Molly there, but
Yeah, that
Darth
one-
Molly gets up and skates away.
Yeah, that one shook the floor a little bit.
That hurt me. All right, still a really close game here. Montreal now 49, Axels of Annihilation 53. Just a little bit over 9 minutes to go here in the first period.
Yeah, Rose has held that lead for a while, but it is not much of a lead. Very
No, it is
close.
not. Very
Daynata and Trinity jamming again. Trinity with a real quick force out to the front of the pack, trying to stay in bounds.
Trinity now just two to beat here at the front, but it appears to be formidable.
Trying to push those two out of play.
I believe that's Alkate Traz again, and
Nice persistence there from Darth Molly, just pushing him forward until they got to let her go.
well, that was low rider as well for Montreal.
Oh, Big hit there from, looks like Alcatraz for the drawback.
Penalty box empty once again. Donata back in the mix here.
We've got Grayson playing some really nice offense there for Donata.
And Donata through on the initial pass. There's the call off.
And that is the jam. 3 points for Rose.
Hey, we'd like to thank Two Town Cider, damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest. It's Two Town Cider.
Miracle Whips with the star for Montreal. And looks like a little regulator for Rose. Miracle Whips trying that outside line, not quite able to hang on. Got to recycle back. Little regulator also being recycled.
Oh,
little jammer hits there.
Trying to make it through with Miracle Whips, put another long run back.
Oh, and yeah, wow, we're doing some half-lap run backs there.
Like Habanero Romero headed to the penalty box for Axels, and Miracle Whips now through as your lead jammer.
Nice offense there from Monge, but Rose does some quick reforming, and with a hop, skip, and a jump, Miracle Whips out for 4 points. Oh no, friendly fire.
Oh, collateral damage.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
And that was a bad one.
Yeah. Looks like it was bad. Miracle Whip's a little slow to get up, but back out on the track now and going.
It's okay, I got a massive bloody nose from my own teammate once. It happens.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like Miracle Whips, they need to have a rest.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, that was, you hate to see that, but, you know, like you said, friendly fire there.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, that looked like quite a bit of the head snapping back on that fall. I think a little whiplash might be happening here.
yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully Miracle Whips is okay.
Yeah, hopefully a little
Get
rest.
it over to the bench, no problem, so we'll see how it works out. And now Montreal with 2 in the box here, so Axels with a big pack advantage here.
Chloe David and Eve Angelical.
See if,
And oh, that pack advantage is not going to stop Chloe David.
did not.
Through for
Not
lead.
Even
But
not even a little bit.
Eve Angelical with heat in the feet coming up behind.
All right, Axel's now stopping the pack, and there's a big.
Calling it off just in time and was able to grab 2 points. Nice awareness of the other jammer there on Chloe David's part.
That looks like Montreal's retaken the lead. Just like the first game, back and forth here.
So much back and
We're going to
forth.
forget about how many lead changes there are. It's only the first half. 5 minutes to go yet.
We'll have to see here. There have been a fair amount of penalties, but luckily they do seem to be fairly evenly spread between skaters, so no one is in penalty trouble at this moment.
Not a big recycle on spring roll here. And I think that's the first time we've seen Lawrence jammer as well for Montreal here.
Yes, they seem to be shaking up the roster, and it's clearly working out well for them.
Yeah. Well, it's the third day. Might as well see what happens, right?
Yeah, and though this has been there's been a fair amount of penalties so far this half. They're very even. We've got Montreal with 11 and Rose with 12.
And Monge headed to the penalty box for Montreal once again. Spring roll now through and takes lead jammer for Axels.
Big run back there on Lawrence.
Spring roll getting tripped up at the pack there.
Spring roll around that outside for 4 points.
2 more Axels of Annihilation headed to the penalty box though. Habanero Romero and Gray's lobotomy look like are in the penalty box.
Oh, and we've got a track cut on Lawrence.
Okay, so very interesting power jam now with only 2 blockers out there, spring roll.
Yeah, now we've got 3, still a bit of a micro pack.
It's pack light
Spring roll with the power jam and with lead.
and no blockers. Oh, but spring roll does make it through on the outside.
Nice spin around the outside.
Very
Spring
nice.
roll is a jammer who can get through the pack without a lot of help.
Yeah, the spinny stuff is just excellent. I don't even know how they stand up like that. I'd be falling down.
Power jam comes to an end. And nice star pass there
But
to Monge,
Looks like the
but
star pass has been denied.
oh, interesting. I did not have a good view to see what happened there, but it looks like that was not a clean pass.
Apparently not. Anyway, the jam ended, so it doesn't make a whole lot of difference right now. Oh,
And
timeout is called, though.
Montreal doing a timeout here.
They're going to ask about that, looks like. Well, we would also like to thank 888, certified sweat saver, developed, tested, and trusted by the very best. That's the certified sweat saver from 888.
With that last jam, Rose has pulled ahead again. We're sitting at 67 to 58. I think this very small differential, I think, has been the biggest lead the whole time.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think 9 points is the most it's been.
Maybe since the very beginning anyway, the first jam or two.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
And
This is a
again,
great
I
game.
think this has been one of the lowest scoring games coming towards the end of the first half here.
Yeah, and that plays out like we were saying earlier. These teams are well matched, and they both have had great weekends. You know, not great success on the track, but good games. And this would be a good. This is turning out to be a really good matchup here.
Yes, and they did both win a game to get here, and you gotta love the final day of a tournament. The games are the most exciting of the weekend, so much closer matched.
Yeah. Well, that first game was just great. So this one matching right up as well, and we're having a great time here. 2 more to go after these.
Daynata on the line, and it looks like Spring Roll was assessed a penalty for an illegal pass on that. So it is a power jam for Montreal.
We have one more blocker joining the fray from Axels of Annihilation. Now Ripley out of the penalty box.
Oh, and nice job staying inside there for Daynata, lead jammer Montreal.
And Lily Pate being assessed a high block, headed to the penalty box.
Daynata, very quick feet, able to do a lot of good dodging in a tight pack. And Power Jam has come to an end. Spring Roll coming in hot to the pack, swinging around that outside and back to the in. Quick initial pass. And it looks like Montreal's going to run this one. Coach calling to keep on rolling. Spring Roll forced out, but they're moving too fast for a run back.
Oh, yeah. and
Forced
Spring
right
Roll
up the center, but yep, and 4 points. Oh.
Oh, a big pile up there in turn 3.
And it looks like they're going to continue to run this.
289 cheese grater headed to the penalty box for Montreal.
And calling it off.
There's your call off.
Not sure. Let's see. Let's see how many points Daynata got, if they got all the points on that last one. And they did. So I think this might be, yep, a 12-8.
And a timeout called by Rose City. So like all of our timeouts this weekend are brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor sponsor of Rose City Rollers.
This timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers. Welcome to PDX.
We'd also like to thank a few more of our sponsors here. Portland Vital Signs, Reverend's Barbecue, Porque No Taqueria, Two Rivers Mortgage. Awesome sponsors. Thank you all so much. There's some more roller derby coming up here in a couple of weeks. November 18th.
Montreal would like the forearm overturned on green 289.
Oh, it's an official review.
An official review, yeah. I didn't realize that was even happening.
I think they changed it to an official
Maybe,
review.
yeah. It was a timeout originally. So anyway, back to the thing there. So our home team, Guns N' Rollers, as well as the Wreckers, are going to face up against Texas and Montana. Do not miss this unique interstate doubleheader on November 18th. Get your tickets now at derbytickets.com. Also, the following day, there's a doubleheader from our juniors teams. Both the Rose Petals and Rose Buds doubleheader, and those are always fun. Go on out here and check out our awesome juniors program. And they'll be on the YouTube as well if you can't make it. Any of our fans out there, you got to see these kids. They are amazing. Definitely the future of roller derby. I kind of hate to say that because they're not really the future. They are the now. They are roller derby right now, and they are skating, and they are great.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these Axels skaters as well as Wheels of Justice are, you know, juniors that aged out not too long ago.
Yeah, 2 or 3 on the track right now.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just amazing, and the future is very bright for roller derby all over the planet. Everybody's making their comebacks now. From
Montreal wins their review. We're going to do it again.
All right.
All right.
Well, it looks like we have another official review from Axels.
So Montreal is getting that forearm overturned, and then we'll see what Rose is reviewing. The NSO there at the line is like, okay, I'll keep doing the hand motions.
Yeah. Our official crew this weekend has been just spectacular, as usual. All doing a great job keeping everything safe and fair out there.
Yeah, lots of games and a lot to focus on.
Wait one more time for some more sponsor shout-outs. How about Cuba?
Rose is requesting an illegal contact penalty.
Interesting. I'm not sure who they're requesting that on.
I don't know either. The head official there did not say what skater was on.
It'll be a surprise if they win that. Then we'll see who goes to the box.
Yeah. And speaking of the box, our penalty box sponsored by Laughing Planet. I think you probably heard that already. We've been saying it all day. Serving food that is good for people and the planet. Laughing Planet. It's a cool place. I've been there a few times. Well, we'll take the opportunity to shout out a few more sponsors. Dye Dye, My Darling Hair Salon. Lionheart Kombucha, the Portland Mercury. Wayaki Yerba Mate. Oh, here we go. Here's our answer.
There will be no illegal contact penalty. Rose does not retain.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you. That's Ninja Sasson, our head skating referee here this afternoon.
And Darth Molly back on that Jam on Hawthorne jammer line for Rose City, and Chloe David from Montreal.
It looks like Rose with one skater in the penalty box, but they are standing, so it won't be long probably before they come out. Jammers hit the pack together.
Darth Molly able to stymie some of that run back there. Body's flying all over the track right now. Oh, and Chloe David, lead jammer.
That was some spectacular ability to stay in bound over there for Chloe Davis.
Yes.
And a star pass. So it looks like Gray's lobotomy now for Axels will be our jammer.
Nice pass there. Going to be able to.
Very nice job.
Yeah.
Gray's lobotomy knocked out there.
And Chloe David's going to run this. I have seen this weekend that Montreal often runs it when there's been a star pass, hoping that their blockers will be able to hold the pivot.
And that does seem to be what's happening here. So.
Yep.
But meanwhile, the defense for Axels is holding their jammer too. So.
Yes, they are doing that very well. And a force out there.
Magnum
PVI
nice with a nice run back.
Nice prevention on the run back though by Montreal.
And then they decided to just call it.
And that is the half. 4 points on that last pass there.
All right, we're still only, let's see, they haven't scored this last jam, have they? There we go.
All
so
right.
we're still only 4 points apart here. Montreal 74, Axels of Annihilation 78. We've got about 10 minutes. We'll meet you all back here.
Oh, and there's actually going to be an official review.
I guess it does look like we're having an official review, so maybe we'll wait before we go to halftime.
Gotcha.
Yeah, psych.
So the result of this official review will be determined after.
I will say that this weekend I've seen a lot more official reviews won than I normally do.
Well, you know, I think the thing about that is you get a lot of these high-level teams, and they all understand Derby very well. And they
True,
know the
but
rules.
even so, even at a high tournament level, I think the refs have been really, truly taking things into consideration here.
I think that's where I was going. I think that the referees understand that, and they're not going to just dismiss a request by these teams because they're going to be valid and they know it.
Yeah, and
you know, the officials can't see everything either,
yesterday we had a penalty added to a skater and a couple points taken away, which is not something you see often.
No, exactly. That is very unusual. Yeah, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to wrap it up for halftime here. The officials are you know, considering what's going on over here. We'll check back and we'll let you know what happened on the second half start. Thank you so much. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Climb up the tree. Find your feet, follow me. Take your time, there's no rush. Pace yourself, just focus on the two of us. Fight back your worry, I'll show you the way. Lean on me, you know it's gonna be okay. If I do, you can do it too. Try to, you can do it just like me. First foot down on the count of three, 'cause if I do, you can do it too. Try to, you can do it just like me. Sun's gone west, time for bed. Take my hand, don't look over the edge. Give me your troubles, I won't let you fall. I won't let you fall. Step by step, we gon' make it through the door. If I do, you can do it too. Try to, you can do it just like me. First foot down on the count of three, 'cause if I do, you can do it too. Try to, you can do it just like me. If I do, you can do it too. Try to, you can do it just like me.
All right, well, welcome back to the second half here. We still don't have an answer from our official review. The officials still huddling up over there on the front of the penalty box.
So what we have here from the first half, shout out to Trinity from Axels of Annihilation, 100% lead jammer.
That's awesome.
And 75% for Evangelical. Also pretty even point totals for the jammers on Rose City. Nobody really scoring a lot of points over another. Daynata scoring the majority of the points, 35 for Montreal, followed by Chloe David at 22.
Yeah.
And you can see here in the totals, both teams have been throwing a little bit of new skaters into their jamming rotation. So it's made for some interesting things. They're trying new stuff. And it's been going pretty well for both teams.
Yeah, they're both doing really well here. Once again, like we've said all morning here, evenly matched, and the score proves that out. 4 points separating, starting up the second half here.
And we've got that number 1 point scorer, or number 2 point scorer, Chloe David, here on the line for Montreal. And Trinity, I believe.
At the end of the first half, Montreal had requested a skating out of bounds penalty on the Rose City Jammer. This will not be given, and we don't carry those forward anyway. So here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you once again to our officials.
A little ref sass. I don't hate it.
Yeah. Somebody's got to do it, right?
Trinity and Chloe David here. Starting things off with a full 4-on-4 pack.
And here we go. Chloe David working the outside line here. To start off with Lily Pate. Swagatha not having any of that.
And it looks like Trinity will no longer have a lead, 100% lead here. Chloe David, very nice work on the outside line.
There you go. It was a jinx.
I'm sorry, Trinity, that was my bad.
And Gaffney headed to the penalty box now for Axels.
Chloe David, lots of lateral movement there, but forced out. And through, tiptoeing around that inside line for 4 points.
Trinity still nowhere to go, but as we say, right through on the inside line now.
Well, at least this time it was a positive jinx.
Yeah. Oh, and a killer burger apex hop
Wow.
from Chloe David in the pickup and call off.
Chloe David, I believe, has had a couple apex jumps this weekend.
Surprising, we haven't seen too many. We usually see a lot of the apex jumps. Maybe later.
All right, Miracle Whips.
There's somebody who can do one.
Yeah, for sure. Miracle Whips always has great line work. So Miracle Whips and a little regulator. 4-on-3 pack advantage to start things off with Montreal.
And Miracle Whips finds their way through on the outside. Meanwhile, big recycle on regulator.
And penalty box now empty. Miracle Whips on the first scoring pass. Oh, there's a perfect example of that beautiful line work. Just seamlessly switching from skating to sideways toe stop hops.
A little regulator now, playing a little jammer defense, making it back to the pack first.
Miracle Whips having a little race.
Miracle Whips calls it off, but not before, looks like 3 little regulator.
And it looks like they're discussing whether or not Miracle Whips grabbed any points on that. And 2 points, nicely done.
All right.
Also good awareness of skater placement by the ref Ninja there. Miracle Whips easily could have taken that ref out and got out of the way real quick.
Yeah.
All right, Daynata and Evangelical with the stars. And Evangelical, lead jammer.
Lily Pate headed to the penalty box for Axels on the exchange.
Oh! Wow, nice move by Daynata there, taking the lead. Some big swings, takes Evangelical out of the lead.
Looks like the pack is on the run here. We're going to see if we can do 27 and 5.
We've got a little USARs going at the moment. And gonna call that off.
Oh.
Daynata is one of the fastest skaters out here for sure.
Definitely making up some track time there.
Yeah. Spring roll once again for Rose. And Chloe David from Montreal. Chloe David up front. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little shady. 4-2-6 headed to the box on that one.
A cut call on spring roll.
We've got a power jam for Chloe David, who quickly gets out.
And a blocker in the penalty box for Axels as well. Looks like Ripley over there.
Was there maybe there was a no pass, no penalty? Or did spring roll grab lead before the...
I do not know, to be honest with you.
Either way, there will be no lead for whatever reason there.
Yeah, that must be it. They must have given the lead to spring roll before the penalty.
The ref does seem confident, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Chloe David, though, is racking up some points for so far. The pack is really speeding up here. Able to slow things down a little bit to keep Chloe David from running through, but Chloe forcing out the defense.
Yeah, they just got spread out too far there. Both teams at full strength again.
Montreal trying to break up that that tripod formation defense that Rose has been using.
Spring roll working the outside line now. One to beat Monge.
Monge is a tough one to beat, though.
Well, it looks like.
And there we have it. Monge with the run back.
Run back.
And it looks like Spring Roll was able to get in just in time before Monge did a second run back. Nicely done by Chloe David, just slamming that skater down and racking and stacking the points.
And quickly back around and engage the pack once again.
Montreal trying to make some moves here to stretch out that lead. This has been definitely the biggest lead so far in the game.
There's the call off from Chloe David. Yeah, that's
a 19-point jam, incredible.
Unanswered.
We've got 107 to 81 now, a little bit more of a lead here. But we're barely into the second half. Lots can happen here.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of time left, both teams. Lots of time. That's the way it was earlier.
Oh, and it looks like Chloe David was assessed a penalty, and Montreal is going to call an official review. I'm not sure what the penalty was for. It looks like they gave that after it had been called.
Yeah, perhaps.
Oh, you know what? I think, did Chloe David try to call it off?
Well, maybe that is what happened.
Yeah,
and there was no lead jammer, right?
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. This timeout, like all others, brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor, and welcome to PTX. If you're thinking about moving to Portland, check out our friend Deb Counts Tabor, and welcome to PTX, and they'll help you find a place.
And the next lineup is hanging out on the Jam on Hawthorne Jammer line. Portland's best vegan-friendly, booze-friendly, kid-friendly, omnivore-friendly, everybody-friendly breakfast.
And that place is always busy.
Yes, but it is worth it. I've
Is
been there
requesting
before.
a track cut on Rose City 700 as the jammer.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So it doesn't have anything to do with Chloe David being in the penalty box. Apparently.
Yeah, I believe that was the illegal procedure for the call-off. If the refs do decide to assess this penalty, it'll be pretty much instantaneous double jammer release from the box there.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be one of those, they blow the whistle and they both take off, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But it is smart to try here on Montreal's part because that would negate the whole power jam situation.
Right. It looks like we're getting the answer here for the coaches and captains.
Looking at the total penalty count here, we've got Rose City with 22 and Montreal with 14.
Here comes the answer.
We will not be issuing the cut to Rose City Jammer, and Montreal Jammer has earned a second penalty while sitting in the box.
Oh.
Oh, well, all right then.
May have been a little bit too much spice from the
maybe
Montreal
Maybe a
Jammer.
little too much juice over there. Well, so that leaves a power jam now for Darth Molly
And
for at least a minute.
Rose City can really use that right now to close the slightly widening gap here.
Well, we'll see if they can get it done.
Darth Molly certainly coming out hot on that. Up at the front, lots of spins to avoid the force out. But Montreal with a strong tripod.
And here comes the cavalry.
Yeah, there's that waterfall offense there. Ooh, very nice.
Darth Molly low around the outside after that string of skaters went through there to break it up.
And Axels losing a blocker to the box there.
That looked like Swagatha headed to the penalty box on that last exchange.
Pack picking up some speed.
Here they come again to try to blow up that pack.
Nice spin there.
Darth Molly now on the outside once again.
Shrugging off a big hit there, able to grab 4 points.
Darth Molly engaging the pack again.
Oh, that looked like a forearm. Ah, yes, it was a forearm call there. But Darth Molly did end up at the back of the pack there. Looks like they've got some good control over that inside line.
The cheese grater headed to the penalty box for Montreal.
That was that forearm on Darth Molly.
Now Darth
nice
Molly.
spin around there for another 4 points for Axels. 8 on the jam so far. And the power jam is over. Chloe David back in the mix.
Now Darth Molly working against that low rider, and I think Blue Bud over there,
It looks like it.
as well as, I think that's Alcatraz for Montreal as well in that tripod.
Really
with Darth
solid,
Molly.
solid defense there.
Yeah,
Chloe
now-
David able to work out of that tripod.
And there the jam runs out of time.
Just ran it to the 2 minutes. Let's see, we got a 12-point jam for Darth Molly. Very nicely done, closing some of that gap.
Well, yeah, that was a big gap changer there. So Axels of Annihilation now 93, Montreal 107.
Miracle whips for Montreal. And Trinity for Rose. 4-on-3 pack advantage for Montreal. Trinity able to sneak back in before the last skater run back. Miracle whips, oh, big old force out. Right back in it though. Rose City with some nice defensive reforming, but Miracle whips with that trademark tiptoeing around the line for lead jammer.
Miracle Whips is going to find that way.
Monge headed to the box, as well as, oh, the Rose City jammer.
Yeah, looks like we have a power jam now for Miracle Whips.
Big run back on Miracle Whips here. Montreal shaking things up in the pack. Nice reforming at the front by Axels. And freezing Trinity standing in the box there. Maybe a power start for Chloe David. Or actually, that's Denata. We've seen Denata can definitely put up some points on a power jam.
Yeah, but I don't think the power jam's going to last long. The jammer's already standing over there.
Very true.
And Monge also in the penalty box, but standing as well. So they'll probably leave at about the same time.
I can bet those two are going to come in hot from the box.
Yeah. There's Monge.
Denata also coming in hot, trying to gain that advantage before Trinity can work up to the pack.
Trinity back on the track now and engaging the back here. Low rider.
Oh, nice
Monge.
force out there by Rose City. No recycle Denata back. Lead jammer still up for grabs. Wow.
Cheese grater
Phenomenal
trying to play some offense
defense out there.
Yeah, they're just punishing these jammers. But
Well,
that being said,
45 seconds for a lead.
yeah, and that being said, Denata does make it through.
But at what cost?
Yeah.
Denata swooping in around that outside.
Oh, looks like Trinity's having a little bit of a equipment malfunction there, and down in the middle of the track.
Fixes
Back on
that
now.
and back in it.
Back on it now.
Lots of big hits and bodies on the track today. And looks like Rose
Habanero.
losing a blocker
That's
to the
Habanero
box
Romero.
on a forearm call.
And
Denata through
making
for
it,
four?
yeah, Denata making it through right after that penalty.
Trinity's still working on the initial pass. The defense from Montreal really locking Trinity down on this one.
Yeah. This defensive tripod here, Alcatraz, Monge, and a third skater that I can't see right now. Oh, it's low rider.
Daynata also struggling at the moment. Jam comes to an end and did get all 4 points. Wow, 2 minutes, a very hard fought 8 points for Daynata there.
But that increases their lead now, 118 for Montreal. Axels of Annihilation, 93 with 18 minutes to go.
Indeed it does.
The clock has stopped. Do we have a timeout? Yes.
Called by Rose.
So, as usual, our timeout's brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Counts Tabor.
And we can see the penalties for the first half were pretty even for both teams, and now Rose City is sitting at 25 and Montreal is sitting at 17, and you can see how that's reflecting in the score.
Yeah. Montreal taking advantage of the time the Axels skaters are in the penalty box.
Definitely.
And we'd like to thank 187 Killer Pads as well, worn by the most pros in the world. If you skate, you know why. That's 187 Killer Pads.
All right, we've got second jam of the game for Shira. And that is Little Regulator for Rose.
Little Regulator working against Monge once again. Bigly Smalls with a nice block out there and run back.
Shira with some nice toe stop work on the line to avoid the force out. But a very strong defensive wall from Axels up at the front of the pack there.
Both of these squads just locked down defense right now. The Jammers are in a sad place.
And a nice force out there, and everybody's recycled back. Shira, good track awareness coming in just behind that cut track call. And
there you go.
Shira, lead jammer. Coming in hot. Nice hit, but rebounded right off. Gonna have to recycle back.
Long recycle. Habanero there, Romero there to meet that, and Dez now.
Shira doing some spinning.
Looks like Grayson headed to the penalty box. And we have a star pass now. Looks like Gray's lobotomy will be our jammer for Axels. And there's your call off.
Nice hip work there by Shira. The pivot got out, and Shira was going hips first through the pack to make sure all those points were grabbed.
And they did get them. So
yep,
all 4 points on that pass.
That worked out very nicely. Even Helical with the star for Rose. And Chloe David for Montreal. And a 3-on-3 pack. Chloe David, quick lead there.
And even Helical also quickly around.
Strong
about 10 yards behind or so.
Strong job avoiding that force out at the end there and giving chase.
These are both fast skaters here. We
Very
were talking about fast earlier.
Lots of fast jammers on these teams. Call off just in time by Chloe David after grabbing 2 points. Just a quick little bite-sized jam.
It's about 15 and a half minutes to go here.
We've got the food-themed matchup here, Miracle Whips and Spring Roll.
There you go. Oh, that wouldn't probably be very good together.
Oh,
though.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Maybe some.
But when it comes to skating,
Maybe
definitely
some
not a
sriracha
pass.
sauce.
This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. A little bit of a fallback hit there.
Yeah.
Miracle Whip shrugging it off and running through for lead jammer.
And Spring Roll now through as well. A little shirt whip off of Ripley. Grayson joining the pack once again with Miracle Whips, and there's the call off.
3 points before the call off.
Well, that's the way it's going to go. If Montreal can just keep doing that, they'll take this game.
Yep, little by little.
Little less than 15 minutes to go now, 127-93.
Certainly not insurmountable, but there would need to be a big momentum shift for Rose here.
Yeah, Rose needs a penalty or a power jam, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to, we'll have to see how the discipline of Montreal plays out here in the last few minutes.
Yes. And Darth Molly up at the front on the outside line, able to stay in. Darth Molly is
Oh, North Molly now blocked out there.
Forced out.
That's KT Kaboom with the big hit, but a penalty.
Ah,
And Lily Pate following back as well, forearm call.
back to a 3-on-3 here. Little two-blocker wall in the back put up by Montreal, very strong against Darth Molly, allowing Daynata to run through for lead jammer.
Here comes Daynata back into the pack.
Doing a little bit of those head jukes, but it did not fool Rose this time. However, Daynata doing a nice job of trying to split them up a little bit. Oh, yeah, that looks like a clockwise. And
Darth Molly
stashes
through.
the star.
Darth Molly is now
initial.
through.
And Alcatraz headed to the box.
And there's your call off. Daynata deciding that was enough of that one.
Montreal continuing with chipping away,
Yeah.
few points each jam. Score sitting at 131 Montreal to 93 Axels of Annihilation. We've got Trinity back on the line, but in heavy jammer rotation here. Same thing with Chloe David.
Yeah, all the jammers are heavy
Yeah.
right now. And there's still 13 minutes to go, so still anyone's game here. Like we
Big
said,
run back
it's
on
like Axels are
Trinity.
going to need a break of some sort.
Yeah. And we've got lead jammer for Chloe David.
And not-
Another
yeah.
run back on Trinity. Chloe David almost spun around that inside line, couldn't quite save it. And Axel's losing a blocker to the box as the other two blockers
And
are
a star
released.
pass. Gray's lobotomy once again. The jammer of note for Axels.
Oh, nice force out there, but there was a no pass, no penalty.
It's like we're going to let it happen here. Gray's lobotomy and engaging the back of the pack, but run out. A little recycle.
Oh, nice moves there, Chloe David with a little backward
Whoa.
skating. So nice, did it twice. Chloe David, 4 points there.
That was very nice skating there. Chloe David all on their own to get through
Very
that.
graceful.
And once again, sliding backwards through the pack.
Chloe David has a lot of skill with the side surfing.
Yeah.
Gray's lobotomy trying to force through that strong tripod wall.
Both teams at full strength again.
And it is a mess of bodies on the track. Lots of force outs. Gray's lobotomy, one of those, recycled back by Monge. Chloe David having a little more trouble on this pass than the previous ones. The defense is organized and locked
like-
down.
Alcatraz blasting through there and making a hole now for Chloe David to get through.
Yeah, great offense there to break up the tripod.
Oh, and Grayson headed to the penalty box for Montreal. Chloe David once again in the pack. And there's your call off.
And it looks like a couple skaters on Rose are starting to get into some penalty trouble here. Lily Pate is sitting at 6, almost ready to foul out, and Habanero Romero is sitting at 5.
Yeah,
And the leading penalties for Montreal, we've got 2 skaters with 4, Grayson and Monge.
and there's still a little 10.5 minutes to go here. Little regulator once again for Axels of Annihilation. And Miracle Whips for Montreal. We've seen this matchup many times already today.
Definitely. Miracle Whips, as usual, very good on swinging around the lines.
Oh, and Brute comes out of nowhere, but Miracle Whips does make it through. And now Little Regulator also through.
Oh, I
Looks
love
like
a good
Miracle
jammer
Whips is gonna-
battle.
Little jammer battle here. Miracle Whips is not going to let Regulator by easily.
Looks like Miracle Whips is maybe trying to eat up a little of the time.
Yeah, they're going to run the clock now. That should be their strategy here, I would think.
And,
There you go, trying to get one.
and got one.
One.
Got one.
Yeah, Montreal will try to run the clock now for sure. With only 9.5 minutes to go and a pretty substantial lead now.
It's the smart move. Some good defensive jamming there from Miracle Whips. Daynata with the star and for Montreal, and Evangelical for Axels.
Yeah, Montreal just slowly chipped away here, and they've got a 50-plus point lead now.
Yeah, that consistency of scoring a few points each jam is
and-
really
and-
helping them out.
And getting lead jammer every time is also very helpful.
But even Helical, not gonna let the points. Oh, never mind. That is going to be a power jam for Daynata.
And Daynata through, scoring the points quickly for Montreal.
Montreal's starting to run away with it a little bit here.
Yeah, that penalty did definitely not help. And now
Yeah.
no scoring points at all for
Less than
Axels
9
for
minutes
now.
in the game, and we've got over a 50-point differential.
And Daynata down on the deck, but back up quickly.
That one's gonna hurt later. I saw some skate
Yeah.
to torso contact
Yeah.
on that fall.
You're right. That will probably leave a mark.
Power jam is over. Even Helical back in the pack.
Helico working the outside now and in.
And we've got another penalty on Grayson for Montreal, and I think that brings Grayson up to 5.
Bigly
Just-
Smalls, they're trying to play some offense for Daynata, but no luck.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Daynata finds the inside
still
line.
in, still in.
Oh, but-
One hand out of bounds is not out of bounds.
That is correct. And
Really good track awareness from
Ivan Helico
Daynata.
through as well, yeah. Ivan Helico back up.
And once again, doing a nice job with the last second call out, running out some more time on the clock.
Yeah, just 7.5 minutes to go now. And 97 is our score, 97 for Axels of Annihilation and 162 for Montreal. It's been a good game.
It has. Very high penalty on this one.
Yeah, a little more penalties than we have been seeing this weekend. But really, I mean, only a couple skaters in trouble, and they're not out, so we haven't seen a foul out yet this weekend.
True. Chloe David and Spring Roll. Spring Roll with a quick lead. This is the first lead in quite a while for Rose. They can really use this.
Yeah, they can, and that, you're right, that was the first one in a while. And Ripley headed to the penalty box again.
And Chloe David stashes the star and makes it out on the initial.
There's a
Spring
call
roll.
off the spring roll.
Calls it off. Does get all 4 points.
Well, that's positive.
Yeah, first one in a while.
Yeah, that's the first points in a while for Axels, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's-
Let's see if
that's
they
good.
can change the momentum a bit coming off that. Darth Molly.
It's
next
really not.
up.
It's really not too late. There's still 6 minutes to go. I mean, if the seas part and the miracles happen, make it happen.
Yeah, there'd have to be several miracles,
Yeah.
but it's
And none of them named miracle whips at this point.
yes.
Who's-
Those are the unallowed miracles as
Right,
far as
who is
Rose
on,
is
who is on the
concerned.
line to jam for Montreal?
Monch and Miracle Whips, both veteran skaters for Montreal and doing a lot of heavy lifting out there.
You know, this weekend has been a treat for me, and I'm sure most of the fans out there. We're getting to see all this really high-class roller derby that we haven't, been exposed to much really since, the COVID, and it's just a treat to see Freight Train, Miracle
yeah.
Whips, all these skaters out here that are just awesome, and as well as our own home team. I'm a little bit of a homer being from Rose City here, so.
And my home team of Rat City is not here, but I am loving the Pacific Northwest
Yeah, we did
Northwest
see,
vibes here, and it's just been so great to actually see some derby tournaments again after so long. And
I know, this is great. And this tournament, from my perspective anyway, has turned out great.
Yeah,
Everything
it's been
is
super
fantastic. We haven't had much of any controversies that I know about, so there you go.
and
It looks like everybody's having a great time.
And the great thing, too, is it feels like fresh new teams for a lot of the teams because there have been so many changes after the
does.
pandemic. So
Exactly.
you just don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Speaking of which,
Whoa.
oh, well, that we maybe could have guessed what happened. It is Miracle Whips, lead jammer.
And Monge out there, and they were having a chat. And
Yeah.
that was probably what they were chatting about,
that
right? So
strategy
there you
chat
go.
seemed to work out.
Oh,
wow.
and there it is. Miracle Whips with the huge apex jump.
And that is a killer burger,
burger.
killer apex jump.
we
Slap
were-
some Miracle Whip on that burger.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we were talking about that earlier. If anybody's going to do it, it'll be Miracle Whip.
Yeah,
So there it was.
and that was a beautiful feat right there.
It was awesome. All exciting for the fans. Hope you're all going to stay with us for the next 2 games to finish up the tournament here this weekend.
Those also promise to be great. Next up
Oh,
is going to
boy.
be Denver versus VRDL, and then for the 3rd place match and for the 1st place match, Rose City Wheels of Justice versus arch rival All-Stars.
And I think both of those games are going to be evenly matched as well.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to be great.
Our arch rivals looking really good.
They're having a good weekend.
Yep, let's see how they look up against Wheels of Justice.
Daynata and Lil Regulator. I like this matchup. They have very similar jamming styles.
Yeah, they do.
And Daynata, though, able to make it out first.
Little Regulator just dropped out a little bit there, Cheese Grater. But Regulator now out as well.
Oh, very
Daynata.
nice force out there.
Wow.
That was number 37, Swagatha,
Swagatha,
with
yeah.
a beautiful knockout.
Swagatha having a very quiet, great game here.
Yeah.
I've seen them in on a lot of exchanges here.
Swagatha's a really good example of a workhorse
There you go.
blocker.
There
Not
you
a
go.
ton of flashy moves, super low penalty,
Yeah.
just gets it done.
Yeah, kind of flying under the radar, but getting it done. And it looks like we have another timeout now from Axels of Annihilation.
Yeah, and Swagatha is sitting at, despite how many moves are being made, only 2 penalties for the whole game. So
Yeah.
very nice keeping those penalties low,
Yeah, that's
despite
like you
the
said.
big hits.
Like you said, that is quietly getting it done.
Yep.
Hey, we'd like to shout out a couple more of our sponsors while we have a moment here. Black Cat Plumbing, your local neighborhood plumbing company, and proud sponsor of Rose City Rollers since pretty much forever. We'd also like to thank Shebop, Menopause Northwest, Big's Chicken, and Fran's Bakery. Last night, I don't know if anybody was watching last night at the final game. We had the epic Fran's Bakery bread toss at halftime, and that is always so much fun. It's been a long time since, well before COVID, since we've gotten to do that, and it was a lot of fun.
I did not know that was a thing here, and I cannot begin to tell you how absolutely ridiculous it was.
It was crazy, and it always is, and it's just a fun time. Everybody enjoys it.
Speaking of a fun time, even Helical and Chloe David with the stars here. Lots of bodies on the floor right off the bat. Chloe David trying to keep the foot movement, break up that defensive wall.
Oh, and a nice block out at the end there.
And
Grazed
no
the
pass,
bottom.
no penalty there. Or, I guess not a no pass, no penalty.
I thought that's what they were going to call too. It looked like it, but now they've given the lead jammer
yep.
to Chloe David.
Lead jammer. Even Helical still fighting on that initial pass in the back of the pack there. Looking for that star pass, but Montreal doing a good job of trying to prevent that. Chloe David getting hip force towards that inside line, but staying in.
Evangelical finding the way around the outside, just kind of popped out of that big pack and made it through.
Nicely done.
Despite Grayson, nice try to knock out there by Grayson, but no luck.
big hit there. Looks like Chloe David's okay though.
Big smile on the face, so they're all right.
But probably smart to call it off when you're flat on your back.
Absolutely.
A little harder to get up fast from that one.
Yeah. All right, just a little over 3.5 minutes to go now.
Oh, and we have a new jammer for Rose. That is Stomps with the star for the first time. All smiles, excited to be here.
Yep.
Miracle Whip's definitely not the first time with the star.
No. And Stomp's a good jammer for the Axels of Annihilation. Just
And
not
this-
seeing much action this weekend.
Yeah, this is the time to shake things up. Just a few minutes left. You know, why not?
Exactly.
Miracle Whips, couple to beat up at the front. Oh, nice force out. Lily Pate using the teammate there as a weapon.
And Brute headed to the penalty box.
Yeah, unfortunately the weapon ended up with a penalty.
Yeah.
It happens. But Miracle Whips was held.
Yep. And still
Miracle Whips got lead, but swallowed right back up.
and recycled long way back again by Gaffney.
That baby done been eaten.
Oh, and
little
there-
apex hop. Oh, barely keeps
Miracle
it
Whip.
in. Look
Wow.
at that. One-footed around the line like a tightrope walker.
That was amazing right there.
That was.
Amazing
Oh, and
to be
it's
able to stay
now a
down
power jam here for Miracle Whips. Stomp's headed to the box.
there. Yeah, I see that. Miracle Whips looks like they're having a good time over there. Big smiles.
Yeah, Yeah, it seems like, you know how they say, I just hope both teams have fun. And I feel like all the teams have really been having a great time this weekend.
I agree. That does seem
There's
to
not
be the
been a
case.
lot of contentious behavior. Everyone's just happy to be playing Derby in a tournament again.
Exactly. Yeah, Derby at a high level. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces from skaters that have been playing each other for years, excited to see each other again and hit each other again.
Exactly.
Daynata with the power start, though Stomps is standing in the box, so there won't be much time, but we've seen what Daynata can do with a short amount of time.
Exactly.
And speaking of which, there goes Daynata, lead jammer.
Quickly through.
But the power jam is coming to an end. Stomps looking to stop the bleeding here and get out of the pack.
Stomps coming in hard.
But nice job aiming right for the seam to avoid that back block penalty.
Bigly Smalls there with the big run back on Stomps.
And Daynata fighting out through the front, shaking off that last minute butt bomb there and out for 4 points.
And it looks like we have
Another run back.
Stomps holding the
Stomps
star.
playing it safe, not wanting to get a track cut there. Wow, Montreal's tripod absolutely on lock.
And a star pass now, little regulator who was the pivot, probably on purpose.
Yeah, that seemed like an intentional move for a first time jamming for Stomps. Daynata gonna call it off. It looks like we're gonna have time for one more jam.
One more.
Really, really nice work by Montreal on this game. It was super close in the beginning there, but they have just been playing it safe little by little.
Very disciplined roller derby at the end there. Their defense just really on lockdown toward the end. And that made all the difference. You know, they just were not allowing Axels to score. And they were getting a few points every jam and calling it. That's how you do, man.
Not a lot of running it, no taking chances.
Exactly.
And it is working for them.
That is, and it has. So looks like Montreal is going to come away with the win here. We're on jam time now.
And
Clock has run out.
Rose losing a blocker to the box as Chloe David snags lead for Montreal.
So now we're on fun roller derby time.
Spring roll in the back of the pack. Oh,
despite
nice.
a big hit from Brute, Chloe David spins around and makes it through.
Quick recovery by Chloe there. Spring roll having a tough time with this Montreal defense.
Gray's lobotomy with a nice slowdown there.
Oh, but a nice spin and some backwards skating. Spring roll delicately picking out of the pack.
Gray's
And another
lobotomy,
spin.
there's the call off.
And that's the game.
All right, so our unofficial score right now, 101-195. We'll make sure that that's going to be the end. I didn't see any late whistles or anything, so.
I didn't either. Looks like we're ending this with 38 penalties for Rose, 23 for Montreal. Once again, great job by Montreal to retake control of that game there.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, so our final score, Axels of Annihilation 101, and Montreal New Skids on the Block 195. Thank you all so much for joining us for this second game of our third day of Hometown Throwdown 2023.
Thanks for showing up. We've got that VRDL and Denver game up next.
Yeah, be sure to
you
stay
all.
tuned. We'll be back in a little bit. Thank you so much.
You've been great. I've been great.
Yeah.
Have a lovely day.
Good night.